Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 13th Dimension, the Halloween edition. Well, tomorrow's Halloween, but you get my drift. I'd like to introduce my co-host. Well, I thought it was Scott Wilson. I was going to say he looked like he's lost a little bit of weight, and he's looking a little green, too. You know what? I don't think I can work with him today, so I'm going to bring somebody else in.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Crystal. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Jeremy?
Doing all right. Been
Ready
rushed
for
all day,
Halloween?
but doing all right. No, I'm not. Are you?
I got candy.
So do I.
That's something.
I was actually fortunate enough to get this.
Nice. You've been looking for those.
I have been.
I think
Oh.
since we had Rick on, you were looking for those.
Exactly. I was talking about that during Rick's show, and I think we talked about that during the Halloween special that we filmed as well.
Yeah, we did. We talked about a lot of candy, though.
We did. So anyway, everybody, so this week is a very special week. Halloween is, for me, it's my Christmas. It really is. My house is all decorated in spooky stuff, and I've been watching horror movies all month long and listening to all the Halloween CDs that I've had. What about you, Crystal?
I've been watching Halloween movies. I will admit, I am not a Halloween horror buff. I haven't seen half of them, but Tim is helping me get through a lot of them. I have finally seen The Omen and The Shining.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're working our way through them.
Tim, you need to keep working on her. Get her caught up with the rest of us.
He's trying.
Good job. Before we bring on our guest, there is one announcement that I would like to make for those of you out there who know about the Paranormal Relief Project. The tickets for all the first responders for them to get will finally be released tomorrow on Eventbrite.com. I believe it's going to be released at about noon. I know Tori Smith, the one who heads up this organization, has been posting about it all day. I believe it's at 12, but the tickets are going to be released tomorrow on Halloween, and you can get the tickets at Eventbrite.com. So for now, I'd like to bring on our special guest today. She is all the way from Ireland, so it's bedtime for her, technically.
Yes, it's late.
If I was over there right now, I know I'd be in bed.
I probably would be too.
Yeah. So let's bring her on. Jenny Sullivan Sunyasi.
Yay. Hello.
Hello, Jenny.
This is my morning time.
Hi, Jenny. How you doing?
I'm doing great. This is my morning time. This is when I wake up. Even though I look tired, this is when I wake up.
Okay.
Is that a normal look?
Because I know you are.
I am. What, Crystal?
Is that a normal look too with the horns?
This is my morning look.
Okay.
This is my morning look. Before I've had my coffee.
I feel.
Before you had your coffee. So
before I've had my double espresso. Huh?
Does it turn into a halo after you had your coffee?
What is a halo?
Okay, that answers my question. I guess the horns are 24/7.
Yeah, the tail is tucked away behind the chair.
Oh, do you have another special guest back there with you? One that's going to snore a little bit?
No, she's not in the room. She's out of the room. Do you want me to bring her in?
That's up to you.
Okay, let me just not shout into my microphone because she misses me. Let me not just shout into my microphone. I'm trying to not scream into it. Jess, bring me hope. We all need a little hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be hearing a little bit of snoring throughout the show.
Yeah.
I know. Yes.
I remember last weekend when we shot.
Mm-hmm.
I know. She's a snorer. You can bring Jessica, put Hope in the bed. JJ, Jessica, you can put Hope in the bed. Okay. Actually, she's too heavy for me to lift her up. Good, buddy. So we're on. No, keep language clean. So here's Hope. Yay!
Hey.
He's naughty. And she had her Halloween jumper on her earlier.
Wow. What'd she wear?
She wore her t-shirt and it's a ghost on it saying beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you who are asking, Scott Wilson will not be hosting the show today. He's actually got some family matters to attend to, so that is why Crystal is hosting the show tonight. Sometimes I can't talk.
Sorry, guys, you're stuck with me. I'll try to be as funny. I've been practicing all week, have I not?
What night were we on? Sunday night. I can't believe it's almost a week since Sunday we've been on. Was it Sunday night we were on, yeah? Sunday evening?
Yeah.
It's almost a week already.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking for where's Mr. Nuggets today. Unfortunately, I don't have my nuggets.
You don't have any nuggets?
Hold on. Scott took care of us. He's got this off.
Oh, let me have some.
Here.
I'm so hungry. We need some nuggets. That's not fair.
All
You
right.
need to share with Jenny. That's not right if we eat in front of her. That's rude.
Can I have a nugget?
You want one, Jenny?
I do, please.
Okay.
Can I have one? Okay, thank you. Yay! Thank you.
All right.
Delicious.
So we have food. We have a great guest. I think we get this going.
Yes, let's. So today's topic basically are paranormal experiences and attachments and how to handle them.
Run.
And Jenny, I believe that you're going to be the one who knows a little bit about this stuff.
A little bit about EVPs, a little bit about attachments of what I know personally.
Yeah.
So where do you want me to start?
Start at the beginning.
Oh my God. We have 12 years to go through. How many hours have you got?
Well, every story has to have a beginning. Every story has to have a middle.
Okay.
And then you got to have the twist at the end.
Okay. Because if I start a story off, I might cut off to another story, but get back to the first story I was talking about.
So that kind of sounds like Duolingo.
Keep me in check. Keep me in check.
Try.
And before we do get started, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time that this show is going to be consciously aware of being PG.
We'll try.
Oh, he had to go there, didn't he?
So I have your bio here, actually. Yeah. So you say that you've been in the field for, let's see, doing paranormal for 12 years, starting with hearing things in your house.
Sorry, say that again.
Starting with hearing things in your house and seeing things.
This was in the I started off when I joined a team. And I've no idea how I met the person to join the team. I can't even remember. He can't remember, and I can't remember. So I joined in with the team, and I remember on my first investigation, I cried. I cried a little bit. It wasn't a big one. It was just my nerves was really getting the better of me. I was between excitement and nervousness. I didn't know where I was going and so on. I was in the north of Ireland. We went in. The place was called Shane's Castle in County Antrim, up in the north of Ireland. And I'd done that location for about 6 years, consecutively, 6 years, every month, 12 months of the year for 6 years. So it was like a second home to me. We did other locations, obviously, of course, but this was like home from home. The audio from there was amazing, absolutely amazing. The visually scene, that's where I saw my first apparition, my first solid apparition. It was kind of like knock on wood. It was so solid, you couldn't see through it. I was outside in the car waiting for the guys to come back up from the tunnels. We were late arriving to the location, and outside is where the toilets would be. So there's it walked from right over to left, and I seen the side profile, the nose, the chin, the neck, the shoulders down to the waist. And I said nothing to my friend who was in the car with me. And I said nothing for about 5 seconds, 6 seconds. And then she said, "Oh my God, did you just see that?" And I looked at her and I said, "What did you see?" And she said that she saw a waist and legs. So I saw the top half and she saw the bottom half. And I told her, put the key in the ignition right now and lock those doors. Because I did, I really did. And she said, "Why?" And I said, "Just in case we need to start the car off." But that was the first solid one I've seen. And then, when you're in the tunnel, when you're in dark and you can see black against black, and you think you couldn't see something like that.
Right.
And you're kind of closing your eyes and you're kind of closing them for a second, open them, adjust them to the darkness again, and then look up again. We were in the vaults of Shane's Castle in the tunnels. But you'll see at one of the arches of the vaults, you would see a head popping in and out, like neck and shoulders. And you could not see your hand in front of your face. If you ever watched the Games of Thrones, this is one of the tunnels. These are the tunnels where it was. Some of them was filmed in. I never watched it. I've never watched it. I've never watched it. Only when Shane's Castle tunnels were in it, and that's the only time I had a look at it. Oh gosh. So for 6 years, I went with that, learning. I never did audio work at the time. Someone else did that. And then when that team folded, I wanted to continue on doing what I used to do. There's Hope starting already. and she had a little chicken feed before, so now she's going to sleep. So yes, I started up my own team in 2016 and established it and got it insured and whatnot in 2017. And then I had to learn. how to do audio. So everything was written down for me in pen and paper. Click this, click that, do this, do that. I had the whole program set up for me. And I would do audio for hours and hours and hours. That I used to kind of tell everybody at 3 o'clock in the morning, oh my God, wake up, wake up. And I'm the one awake after an investigation and everyone's in bed. I'm like, ding, 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 listen to this, listen to this. So I just had a fascination with the audio work. That was my favorite part of investigation, was the audio work. And now I'm doing the playback, and I like doing the playback. When you do 10, 15 minutes of questions and you do a playback, I find that gives good results. I like that. And then it gives me less, I'd still, whatever I get on audio, I'd still put it up on the page because I still have to do it. But at least I know whatever those 6 or 7 hours of one recorder that I'm doing, one or two files from one recorder that probably has about 8 files in it to do, that at least I know I'm going to get something on it that I can get up on the page and so on. And I think most of the very less video footage. Well, I do have 1 or 2 video footage that I need to get off a cassette tape and put it onto a USB or a DVD. I need to get that done for me from a location that we do in Millmount here, Millmount Museum in Drogheda. That I have to get up. There's another one that I have that has been debunked. And as much as I love getting something, I love debunking at the same time. And I just debunked one of the videos during the week. Yeah, so I love debunking. Don't like it all the time when I think I have something. But at least I'm doing my work and I'm making sure I'm doing it right.
That's good.
Yeah, I had a video sent to me earlier this week from a friend of mine, and I actually posted it on the 13th Dimension page. I'm not sure if it was on the page or if it's on our team page, but I posted it out to the guys, and it's an orb that's flying back and forth. And I'm not a huge orb believer. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just not my personal thing. And I sat and studied it for probably 2 hours trying to debunk it because I wanted to figure out what it was and not an orb.
Could you debunk it?
We think it was like a cell phone where it gives the reflection because it's too much of a perfect shape.
Okay.
So it's out there, but
do you, like I always said that if like you, I'm very skeptical with orbs. I'm not saying they're not real. There's just too much out there to prove that they're not 100%. Nothing's 100%. It depends. For the orbs, there's a million things that can be. Unless I've seen one in front of my face, floating, one literally in front of my face, you know. And I have seen videos of them making, and I know with the wind and the breeze and so on, there's so many of them that makes their own direction. And it just happens to come out of someone's back when they put their hand behind their back and so on. That for me, it makes me think. It makes me think that, and it hurts my brain when I have to think about it. Because I can't, it's just, it happens and then something comes out of the back, or I don't know. Right.
I was actually looking for that video earlier. I can't find it at the moment.
The video.
Uh-oh. Brent and Emma, if you're asking me, yes, I've got chicken nuggets.
I just have the one that you gave me. And it's
yeah,
cold.
We got nuggets. We made sure we covered the ground. We didn't want anybody getting mad and yelling at us, so it's good.
Want another one, Jenny?
Give me 2 minutes and I'll take one. Just want to finish this one off and I'll take it. If I keep sniffing, I have a bit of a head cold. I know.
We always make everybody hungry, Lynn. That's kind of our thing here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was talking to Tim earlier. He just rang just to say good luck and so on.
And for those of you out there who have just joined us, this is not Scott Wilson. I know he's Scott is, but he's not.
It's too tall.
Yes. Yeah, he is too tall. For one, he's staying quiet, so he's not saying anything. But we know that's not Scotty. We love you, Scotty. So, what kind of experiences have you had in terms of attachments, Jenny? And
okay.
What did you do to deal with them?
Okay, well, living in this house, I'm in this house about, I think, 13 years, 14 years. And I was getting ready to go out one evening and my cat was in the bedroom and she was looking at me, but looking over my shoulder. My dog, but looking over my shoulder. And I have to always excuse myself, but my wardrobe doors were directly behind me. But so there was no gap, there was no space between me and my wardrobe door, you know, and so she kept staring at me but looking at my door, and I kept telling her to stop. So I had to tap her to snap her out of it. I don't know what she was looking at. I would see, if I'm sitting in the living room and my kitchen door is open, I would see like something long, black, walking by. And we put it down to tiredness, or I know a friend of mine was talking about this, and I really need to mail him and find out, to re-ask him again, what, you know, to go through it with me again. There's something like a delay when you see something. It's like you look around and it's a delay. You think you see something, or you see something in the corner of your eye. There's a name to it. I will get back to you with it. But I always seen something like that in my kitchen. And I never thought anything of it. Well, I did, but I kind of brushed it off. And then my neighbor, about 3 years later, came down to my house, knocked on my door. She came here. She had food, and knocked on my door and said to me, "Jen, I need to talk to you." She was telling me her kitchen presses were open. She lives about 10 doors away from me, so we're on the same street. And I never told anybody about what was happening in my house. So she never came back to me about anything else after that. Then I started doing investigations. When I joined this team, I started doing investigations. One night when the next day we came home from the north of Ireland. And that night when I was in bed, I was lying in this room actually, and I felt something on tipping the lower part of my back. Like my dog, my collie, was pushing my lower back with his nose, wanting to come on the bed. So I said to him, fine. So I tapped the bed for him to jump up, and there was no dog there. And I thought to myself, you know, I rationalize things. Am I tired? Am I half asleep? No, I wasn't half asleep. I was tired, but I was awake. Was it a muscle spasm? You know, kind of going through all the things that it could, like trying to debunk it. I couldn't, and I fell asleep. We went to locations and so on, locations that I've been to for the first time ever. And going back in the audio, we were in Duckett's Grove in the south of Ireland. And when I went back in the audio the next day, I heard a man saying, "Jenny." He's beside me. I have all this in audio file. I hear him saying, "Jenny." I've never been to this location before, and we only have just started within 10 minutes of our session. So when I listened to it on the Sunday night, again, probably 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm mailing everyone, wake up, you know. We have this mail saying my voice, my name. So I'm kind of thinking for a long time, what could it be? So then things started happening in my house. My husband was talking about his dad one New Year's Eve, and his dad has passed away, and talking about what he used to do for the children in Mauritius on New Year's Eve and so on and so on. So the next, about 5:30 in the morning, he had to get up for work, and he didn't set the alarm, and it didn't go off. So the champagne glasses that we drank from the night before, one of them fell over and smashed as if it was in our room. The glass broke as if it was in our room, that we literally jumped on the bed. So he got up of bed, ran downstairs to see what was going on. There was no glasses fell over. No, I think his glass turned over, and these are like expensive, very fine, thin glass, champagne glasses. And his had turned on its side but didn't smash. There was no animals in the kitchen. No cats, no nothing in the kitchen. All the doors were closed and locked, and the same with the windows. We don't know if that was his dad waking him up, or the man that's in my house. Have I done audio work in my house? Yes, I have. And yes, I got him on audio. Let me touch her bum to wake her up. I got him on audio. I'm sitting in my sitting room one night, and me being brave, took the recorder downstairs, and I'm talking away, asking him questions. Then I can hear, I'm saying, if you're here, let yourself be known. I know you're here. Why won't you tell me your name? You know, and so on. And then I put up the EVP saying, I think he's saying my name, Jenny. And then after that, you'll hear me. I know, I can get rid of her. Then after that, you'll hear me saying, did you just say something? Did you just say my name? Did you say something? So I'm asking a question. He comes in, I loop him talking, and then my responses after it to show that I heard it in real time in my sitting room as well. My daughter has seen him. My youngest daughter, her t-shirt has been pulled by him walking down the stairs. Now I went down, I checked the t-shirt she was wearing, I checked the balusters, the wood balusters, any splinters on the wood that would catch her t-shirt. You know, how long was the t-shirt on you, that if you would have stood with your heel on it, checking all of it. And she said it wasn't at the bottom, it was in the middle that pulled her back a little bit. It wasn't in an aggressive way, but pulled her. I was in my room. It was like winter time, and I was changing my room around, and my daughter seen something black and gone across this wall here behind me, gone over. So here beside me is my window. So there's a road out there. So I'm checking up the road. You know, the lights go up and down, but the lights only reflect off a house that's opposite my backyard. So there was nothing that could have reflected into my room ever. But she's seen something gone across, and she said it to me, but I had to play it down with her. So I don't know. I don't know who's in my house. He doesn't do anything. I have asked him, like, say, 6 o'clock in the morning, could you please put the heating on and the kettle on for me? But he hasn't done that yet. He hasn't done that for me. So I have EVP from him in my house. I have an EVP from a woman and a child in my house, which I didn't know about, and I haven't gone through it again to find out for more. I did use a spirit box one time, and a female come through, and a friend of mine went through some of the audio work for me. She used a different program, and she got a lot of more stuff than I did. So I'm going to ask her to kind of send them all back to me so I can listen to them again. So what have I done about him? Nothing. In 2 ways, I'm afraid to sage my house in case I upset him, and I should know better, but I don't want to create something that there's times when I'm ready to do it, and there's times when I'm not ready to do it. And any location that I go on, there's one particular location I went on down in the south of Ireland, in Enniscorthy, in the Athenaeum Museum, and through the spirit box, you will hear him saying something about my house, as if he had came with me. Or there's a spirit in one particular room in the Athenaeum Museum that doesn't like me because of what I've taken with me. I don't know. I do not know if there's someone protecting me, or there's someone. He's never harmed me, never done anything. Slight little hair, you know, when you get tingles on your arms, or your hair or you feel like your hair has been moved and touched. I put it down to my hair relaxing on my arm. If I'm cold, if I get warm, and you know. But it's kind of like a finger thing going across your arm.
Right.
So something like, I do get that sometimes, but I ignore all of them. I really do ignore all of them. I have 5 dogs and 7 cats. They are not equipment because they bloody do nothing. They don't look into the corners. They don't growl. They don't bark. You know, and they say like dogs or animals are senseless. My lot are not. They eat, they get fat, and they sleep.
And they snore. So, one of them snores.
And they snore. So mine don't do. They're not great spirit detectors at all. So if people say, "What do you think of animals and investigations?" No, I couldn't even give mine for free on an investigation. They'll lead you into danger and not tell you anything. What else?
With cats, they say that a lot of times they're almost like stare at a corner and then just start barking or start chasing something around the house or whatever. Yeah. And yours don't do that.
Mine, only Mimi, many years ago, one of the cats did that, but hasn't done it since. No, none of the animals will do anything. I don't know if they like the person, or if the person doesn't pose a threat, because sometimes animals could look into a corner, look into space, or growl. And I think sometimes they growl if they're unsure of the person's not a good person. But here, I've been here about 13 or 14 years, and my animals don't do anything but eat, sleep, fart,
and snore,
lay in front of the fire, and snore. They don't do a lot. They're not great detectives.
Do they ever fight amongst each other?
The cats do. The cats do. The cats are. I don't know how the neighbors don't. I have all my windows closed.
Yeah.
I have to close my windows. Stop fighting. Because the cats, when new cats come in, the other ones go crazy and whatnot. But the cats don't do a lot. No, none of them do. She's over there somewhere looking for something. How I got into EVP work, well, I had to, because I had no one else to do it. So it's kind of like throw yourself into the deep end and self-teach myself on how to do it. A friend of mine had set up the program for me, and so I had to write down a pen, A, B, C, D, E, F, what I had to do. And when I did investigations, it would take me about 2 or 3 weeks before I'd even go onto the computer, because I was afraid of the whole thing of, I'm going to get it wrong. But I thought, no one's going to do it for me. I have to do it. And now I can. Jeremy, I think she wants a chicken nugget. Do you want a chicken nugget? You want to give a chicken nugget? No, look what Jeremy gave you.
You're welcome, little fella.
Sasha? No, you're eating your chicken nuggets, and I hope soon. Look at Hope woke up. Because it's food, she woke up.
Yep, I see that. Yeah.
You see?
Okay, so you say that you're afraid to sage your house?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
And
huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm afraid, just in case, I create something that I don't want to make it worse. I really don't want to make it worse. To the point that, like, my daughter wants to sleep over many times, and I said, if my other daughter's away and my eldest daughter wants to have a sleepover, sometimes I tell her no, because I don't want to be in the house by myself, or I sleep downstairs.
Well, I'll tell you what, Robert would be a good guy to talk to about how to properly sage your house, because he has very specific instructions on how to do it.
Is this Robert we spoke? And I was thinking, who's Robert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I need to get in contact then, because everything has been quiet. Everything has been quiet, unusually quiet.
Okay.
And I kind of, it's really silly saying I kind of miss it. And like I said last Sunday, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't mind him being here. And I did say excuse me.
Oh, you were freezing up on us there for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, it's okay to stay, but don't frighten any of us. Don't be in front of us,
So basically coexist peacefully.
Yes. Yeah. And it's bloody weird, because I do live here on my own with my 2 girls, that I don't mind him being here, even though he's gone quiet. I have slept many times with a recorder in my bedroom. I did get a child as well in it. It's between early morning and the birds were outside and so on, but you always fine tune it. It's nothing clear enough that I could put up. Nothing clear enough that I could put up. But there's always conversation in the background that only you can listen to, because it's not clear enough to put up. I don't know. I haven't done it in a long time. I'm kind of itching to do it again now when I'm thinking about it. But I haven't done it in maybe.
So you probably have never experienced like things that you would see on, like, say, the poltergeist, where furniture is moving and things like that.
Nothing has happened. No, nothing like that has happened.
No.
If I wake up and the kettle has been boiled, well, then I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But nothing has happened.
Would be the most extreme thing that's happened
in my home.
Yeah.
Nothing. The only thing I can say is that was extreme for me was the EVP that I got, like the DVP that I could hear in real time, and then I got them on EVP as well, on my recorder as well. That's the only thing I can say that kind of made me think, do I really want to open up a can of worms? Do I really want to? No, I can think it, but if I know for a fact, like sometimes I didn't even shower unless my children were in the house, and that's kind of like stopping me from doing a few things. That was the only biggest thing that I've gotten from the house. Nothing has been moved apart from that champagne glass. Now I don't know. Now I say it's him, but my children say it's me because I keep losing stuff. I really, really do keep losing stuff. I could have something in my hand for 5 minutes, put it down, and I don't know where it is. Yeah, I think it's him. It's definitely not me. I think it's him.
So these things that you would lose, would they end up in the weirdest of places, or would they end up where you think you might have left them?
I think, well, say for example, last week I lost my bank card that was in my phone, and I could not find it anywhere. It was gone, and that was it. So I had to ring up my bank, and I had to get my card blocked. And then Elsa was staying up with her dad one weekend, and he rang me about an hour later saying that whatever laundry that my daughter took up, he found my card in the laundry. But I rang up the bank to unblock it, and they couldn't unblock it, so I had to wait for my new card. I don't know how it would have. Maybe it could have slipped out. My phone is always in my hand, so maybe it was too loose and it slipped out. I think it's just. I think my mind is preoccupied sometimes. Nothing would have been like, unless I find it on top of the light shade in my sitting room, or some place that I wouldn't even dream of putting it, or anything, then I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. But anything drastic, I think, is just me getting older.
Unfortunately, we're all suffering from that.
Yep.
Oh, it's bad for me. It's bad. Yeah.
Well, in fact, I just heard a story today where Tim was being told to find something and is told exactly where it's at.
Oh no!
She knows where this is going, and I can't find it.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of the time, I have to get it.
Is Tim on now? Is Tim watching? Huh?
I think it's a husband thing.
Oh yeah.
They don't ever know where anything is, especially if you put it away. Then they don't know where that spot is that it's supposed to be.
Yes. Yeah. I was looking for something. I had something specifically on my bed this evening, and I'm doing my thing, going around the house and doing whatever I have to do, and then I'm like, "Where is it gone?" And I'm like, "Girls, where is it gone?" And they said, "Oh, here it is." Why did you move it from my bed? Why did you take it for? Like, why would you have to take this bag of stuff from my bed? I don't get it. They just do it. It's not me. It's not me. It's them. It's all them. It's definitely not me.
I do admit to occasionally misplacing something here in my house. I live in this house alone, and it's a pretty good sized house for one person. But for the most part, I would say 95% of everything that is in this house, I know exactly where it is.
I would hope so. You're the only one there.
I know.
Exactly.
If your stuff moves, you've got a friend living with you.
I
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
That may or may not be a good thing.
Why?
I don't know.
I've hidden a magazine when I was a teenager. I hid a magazine that I read a story that really upset me, and I said I can't read it. I can't have this magazine again. That I'm going to read it again. So I hid it from myself. So when I spoke about it to my eldest sister and I went to go looking for it, I genuinely couldn't find it. I genuinely lost something so safe that even I couldn't find it. There's only one me, I swear to God, there's only one me. I could not find it. People are probably saying, thank God. What did you say, Jeremy?
I said I've been in that situation too.
Well, there's two of me actually. I'm a twin. So, but she has her head on. This Jenny doesn't. I would love to paint that face.
Right?
I would actually. What do you say? No. Bit of lipstick, bit of blue eyeshadow, little beauty dot.
I say
So
we do it.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You're closer. Anybody got any plans for tomorrow?
I'm just handing out candy. Actually, I'm going to be going through EVPs from Jeremy's investigations. Our investigation last week at the Davies house, getting some stuff
Yes.
cleared up and caught up before we go on another investigation next weekend to Crown Point.
Nice.
Next weekend.
Yeah, that's good. Next weekend.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Things is going back to the Crown Point jail.
That's going to be bloody awesome.
It is, and
That's
we are
gonna be
going to
so
try
cool.
to do some lives on our new page.
Yay. Okay.
And we've also got another team joining us from Shadow Seekers Paranormal.
Cool. That's going to be amazing.
Good friends of ours.
And we're taking kids along.
And you're taking Tim along?
Kids.
Oh, the kids?
We're having kids with us. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I love that.
Juniors will be, the juniors will be going with us.
That's so bloody cool. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I have taken Jessica before to Millmount with me before. I did see someone, I watched a live video one night and there was children there. And somebody was commenting about, do whatever you need to do, but leave the kids out of it. And, I was reading some of the comments and so on. And, I would take mine on an investigation. I know with Jessica, she's 16 now, and Jessica has special needs. And I'd be afraid like something would... she's agreeing with me. What is Sasha? She wants more food. And I'd be afraid that something would attach themselves to Jessica, because Jessica being a little bit more vulnerable. I did take it one time when we were doing up decorations in the Drogheda Museum in Millmount, and we were doing up Halloween decorations. So myself and the guy who's a chairperson in the building, we were doing the decoration. So Jessica was sitting on her iPad going through it in a different room. Now, and I was saying to my friend Alan, I said, if only she knew what we knew. She knows, but she has never heard anything like that. So we were leaving one particular area and we were going downstairs to continue decorations. And Jessica came out of a room, one of my favorite rooms. And she stopped for a second. She heard it first and I heard it as well, but she stopped me and I knew by her face. She said, Mom, did you hear that? And I knew by the look in her face and I felt this rush of, oh, yes, Jessica, my child, yes, you heard it. Yay, your mommy's not mad. And she heard it. And I'm like, yep, I heard it. And I was kind of like busting with pride. My child heard it. My child heard it. And then and I was packing, I was saying, well, that was great. And I'm like, I'm delighted. So then about 3 or 4 weeks later, the people that I had on the team before, we went back for an investigation. And one of the girls had an Alice box, a little bit like the Ovulus. And she's still watching me. Jeremy, she wants another chicken nugget. To the pig. Go on, give it to me. There you go. That's enough. So you're feeding my animals tonight as well.
And that's why she keeps coming back, because she knows I'll give her the nuggets.
She'll come back. She'll come back. I hope it's all chicken diet.
I don't have them walked in here.
You better eat them before she gets all of them. So we were sitting in the office area and so on, and then so this girl had the Alice box on. So it comes up, it throws out random words as it does and so on, and then she goes, Jenny, I've got a name up saying Jess, and we've never had Jess on. My daughter's name is Jessica, so we've never. Why would you get the name Jess? I've never gotten it any time we've used it, but we got it that night saying Jess. And I said, that's really great. Thank you so much for validating that. Yeah, because there's residual and there's intelligent in that building. So I was saying, thank you very much. You're kind of like letting me know that, I'm here. You knew Jessica was here. And that was a great thing for me, because I'd be very particular when it comes to equipment that we use. It was used in different locations, and every location would throw out different words associated to the building. It has kind of made me think. I like it. It throws out anything that's on the phone, like the what you call that on the phone, the paratech on your mobile phone. I've seen some teams using them before. It's like it's not a novelist. It's kind of throws random words out. I wouldn't use anything like that ever.
That's a spirit box.
The spirit box, but this is well, kind of, yeah. It kind of throws. It gives you the words that you read on the screen, and I don't.
About.
Yeah. So I've seen some teams using them before. I wouldn't use it. I think it's me. I like old school. I like recorders. I like cameras, and I like videos. And I like yourself. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. New stuff is great. Anything mobile wise, I don't know. I wouldn't. I couldn't document it.
On the phone, yeah, I'm not necessarily a big believer of those either.
Yeah, if I can't document it and I can't have proof of it, if I can hear it, if I can see it, great. Even being touched, you've been touched. You have someone laughing at you or calling your name and so on and so on. They can be written up as your own personal experience. Documentation is the one that I love.
Yep.
And I love doing EVPs. And I've no recorders left to do because they're all done. So I might just end up setting up the recorder in my house. Sorry. In my house, because I've no work left to do. So I have
I probably have 12 plus hours of EVP work.
Oh my gosh. You see, now I wouldn't do it, but tomorrow's what?
Is it?
What?
That's not all from me, is it?
No, I still have our original crown point that I have not gone completely through. I have one EVP from the Davies house the first time we went that I have not listened to. I still have Randolph that I have not listened to.
This is how busy she is, everybody.
Never stop.
They keep me busy. Well,
the boys
that
do.
in the new position. So.
Well, it's not just us, but her family, and now Pun TV.
Yeah,
Yes.
I taking the director position at Pun for programming. I was talking to a client until 11 o'clock last night. So yeah.
You're taking on so much more.
Always.
Yep.
Jeremy, can you do audio work?
I prefer not to do audio work because of my hearing.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
So that's why I kind of pawn it off to other people.
Crystal, yeah.
But I do all the video work though.
Yeah. I do the video work. I could be watching it The video is okay. I haven't ever cut anything on it, unfortunately. I wish we could. There was a time down in the Athenaeum Museum, myself and Anthony, we were the only two left in the building.
Mhm.
We were the only two left in the building. So we had the laser pen against the wall, and he was taking his pictures with his camera. He was going through the pictures, and there was one particular picture we couldn't figure out, and we've gone through it time and time and time again. I think it can be debunked. It's just like some chairs. There's like the laser pen is on the wall, and it's on the flat wall. So the laser pen is here. There's a laser pen here, but there's a kind of like a head, neck, and shoulders missing, blackout in one part of it. But at that part, you have rows of chairs, and this one particular row of chairs has 3 chairs missing. So we're trying to think: is it because there's 3 chairs missing that is kind of blocking the pen from getting to that angle and going with the rest of the wall? But we think you should see the laser pen on the floor even. We don't see any of that. I will get him to send me on the picture, and I'll send it on to you to have a look at it. That was the one, Jeremy, when we were down in the Athenaeum. That was a live that we had done down in the Athenaeum. That was the one we tried to show you, but we couldn't get the angle to you properly. So I'll get them sent on to me, and I'll send them on to you to see if you can see anything on them. I don't know. I think it's the 3 missing chairs. I don't know. We haven't been down in a while because of lockdown.
Okay, but yeah, I mainly do video work, and I look at pictures. Luckily for me, I've got, with pictures, I'm able to zoom in almost to the pixel. I can zoom in that.
She's too far away for me to stop her.
Yeah, I'm almost able to zoom in right to the pixel. That's how close I can get on that. So I've been able to debunk, or at least help debunk, some pictures by doing that, because on the phone you can only zoom in so much.
Yes, so I'll get them sent on to you. I'll get Anthony to send them on to me, and then I can send them on to you and go. I know it's going to be on the phone, or I can email them to you if that's easier.
It won't matter. I mean, you can send them to me on my phone. I can hook my phone up to my computer directly and take it off of that.
Okay, grand.
So no matter what way you send it to me, I can get them on my computer.
Okay, grand. Then I'll do that tomorrow. Once I think he's off work tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I will get them onto you during the week. Have a look for me, because it's something that we haven't figured out yet, and it was kind of left on the back burner. Hobie, hope. She just goes. And this one here, you're on a diet now. You're going to end up on a diet. No more. Chicken nuggets, Jeremy. Chicken nuggets. Stop.
I want to go back to your kids.
Yes.
So you've taken them to some locations.
Yep.
And some of them have had experiences there.
Jessica did in Millmount. The 2 of them had experiences in the house.
Okay, see, that was what my next question was.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yep. They've experienced anything in the house.
Yes, they have. When Elsa was walking down the stairs and she was wearing her T-shirt, and it was a T-shirt that I know it was below her knees. So I'm thinking, like I said, did her heel get caught on the end of it on the step prior? So I'm checking there's any splinters on the stairs, any splinters on the side of the stairs, and nothing. So was she pulled back? I don't know. Did she stand in her T-shirt? I don't know. That was about 2 years ago. With Jessica, yes. She saw something, like I said, coming across this wall here, and she speaks to it to this day as like, and I'd say to her, was it this? Was it the car? Was it the light? Was it me moving stuff? Did I throw something? And she goes, Mommy, no. And I know the way I know, when you know your child is, if they're lying or not, and you read them like a book. She has me kerfuffled because she's kind of like, Mommy, no. And she tells me the size. And I thought it was like a shadow and a different figure, but it was like a ball. And it went from the window area over to the wardrobe, which is on the other side of the room. So she's adamant that she saw it. So I'm going to give her that she saw it. Anything that happened to them in the house, apart from that, no, nothing. Because I did say as a mom, when you turn into Mama Bear, I did say, if you do it again, I'm going to sage your arse out of my house. I did say you could stay, because if this was your land beforehand, we live here now, and therefore live with us and leave us be, or I'm going to sage your arse out of my house. And the girls have had nothing since that.
Nice. At least it's leaving
that's
them
the way-
alone.
You basically put your foot down.
Well, I did, and that's the Irish way. That's the Irish mammy way. It's not like I'm going to sage you. I'm going to sage your arse out of my house with the broom and get you out of my house.
I don't know why.
We don't do it. No, we don't do it nice like that when I stay. We like to get the broom. I know my camera does that.
Huh.
My camera does that. I bought the best one as well, and it does it. I did. I bought the bloody best one, expensive, and it does it.
Okay. I was going to say, I mean, everything was clear. Now it's like just a touch out of...
Probably himself. I know a friend of mine, Gary Waters, that you're going to be talking with. He said the guy's name in my house is, I think, oh gosh, I forget what name it is. Eric or Robert or something like that. I forget what name he called him. But the guy's never given me his name, so now I have the wanting me now to set up a recorder. I think there's one beside me. I'll just set record on it.
Tomorrow night would be a good night to do it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have a wee chat with him tomorrow night. And oh, do you know what we were supposed to do tonight? Actually, what I was supposed to do tonight. Oh, even tomorrow or something like that. Is remember we were talking about it on Sunday. That you have your bath in salt,
Mm-hmm.
and you let the salt drain out of the bath, and you set the table, and you have an extra place. I'll do that tomorrow evening, and I'll set a recorder out.
There you go.
Maybe I'll get him.
Well, let us know if you do.
I will. I absolutely will, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I'll that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm thinking, what I do tomorrow night? Movies again? No, I'm gonna set the table. It's gonna be a special night. I'm gonna set the table, and I'm probably gonna frighten the bejesus out of my children and say, "Mommy, who's coming for dinner?" Doesn't matter who's coming for dinner. The person just probably didn't show up, so I won't tell them why I'm doing it to frighten the bejesus out of them. So I'll just set the table. They're probably awake in there listening to me. And there you go, Hope. Again, never let me down. Never let me down.
It came out of nowhere.
I know. Yeah. Never let me down. I'm so glad it's coming from her nose and not the other end. We're good with that.
Well,
True.
Well, that's a good thing for me.
it sounds like it is.
I know. And that's when I was talking to someone before, and they were kind of looking at each other, like, is she doing something and not telling us? No. And then I had to explain it was my dog. It was my dog.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's not my dog, and sometimes I can blame her.
Oh.
But most of it is my dog, definitely.
Somebody is hearing a smoke alarm.
Is that Lynn? Is her name Lynn?
Yes.
That's Lynn Dwyer. Hi, Lynn. Lynn is always doing that. Lynn is. I can't see comments here at all.
Yeah, she said, I think I hear a smoke alarm.
That's Lynn. That's Lynn Dwyer. That's my friend Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Lynn is always saying that because I have not changed the smoke alarm in 2 years.
Too.
Huh?
Denise is also saying that too. What is that beeping sound? Somebody's fire detector has low batteries.
That is mine, and it's been like that for the last 2 years, and I just can't unscrew it. I can't unscrew it, and I've tried time and time and time again. But every time I cook, it goes off. So every time I cook, it goes off. I'm waiting for my camera to get better. Every time I cook food, it goes off, and I just can't get it off to change it. So yes, Lynn and Denise, that is my smoke alarm. But we always know when dinner's done because the smoke alarm goes off. I call, and the kids go, Jess, dinner's ready. So.
And says it wasn't that's blaming you, but she answered Denise. She said to
Lynn,
make sure I make that clear.
Did Lynn tell Denise that I haven't? Did Lynn tell Denise that I haven't changed my smoke alarm in a few years?
Just went into focus.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're clear to what you were just 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like just as you kind of leaned in to do something, that's when you went into focus.
Yeah.
To come into focus then. Okay. I'm seeing Lynn saying, tell Jenny it wasn't me.
Yeah. Welcome to the 13th dimension where nothing ever works properly.
Yay. I couldn't see anything on my computer, but I can see it. I can see the comments on my phone.
Yeah.
Hi, Lynn. She's on about my dog now, camera burned.
Just hovering over your shoulder.
Just waiting for more food, Jeremy.
You've been.
You want another one, little fella?
Sasha, do you want more nuggets? There's gonna be none left. Do you want more?
Oh wait. Oh, now your snore is awake.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of.
Opie, not a chance. Hope's gonna die. Sasha, no more, baby. No more. See, my camera's coming to focus. Is the camera's in focus now? Because mine's not too clear. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
good.
Curious that you have a Ghostbusters coffee mug.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know this, the Ghostbusters video that I just put out yesterday, this woman right here is the one who talked me into doing that song.
And you know why? Because I can't sing. I cannot sing. I could talk the words, but I cannot sing. But it was a great video.
On both the videos that I did.
The first video I had to sing. The second one, my twin is watching.
Sing too.
My twin is watching from Kildare. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Vicky. She lost me. But the first one I could not sing. The second one I could talk. That one was easy.
Yeah, but that wasn't talking. That was singing. What you and your daughter did, that was singing.
And you looked very lovely, by the way.
Do you like my makeup? It was it was a kind of I said, frick it, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put makeup on. I did put makeup on Elsa, and I put lip liner on her lips to make her lips black. And then all of her teeth were black. So she ran to the bathroom to brush her teeth because I rubbed her teeth and I said, Jessica, or Elsa, I think they're going to stain. So she ran to the bathroom and she kind of brushed her teeth and took all the makeup off her. But I had to do the makeup. And then my makeup on Sunday, I'm going to have to start taking tutorials.
Don't take tutorials from Scott. We all learned that lesson.
No, I'm not going there. Nope. It's like a raw. But what if somebody said it was like a raw chicken nugget?
Well, I had his picture up on. I was working last night with my pun stuff, doing the pun TV stuff, and I seen Jeremy had commented on his picture. So I have my husband's laptop over here, and I have my MacBook in front of me and my phone, and I'm on my phone typing.
Yeah.
And I pulled up Scott's picture, that picture. And it's just sitting on my MacBook, and I didn't even think anything of it, and I just left it, and I was answering the client, and my son walks in and goes, "What in the heck is that thing?" I was like, "Oh, that's my bad."
Oops. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, go to Scott Wilson's profile, see the picture, and you will hear the story on the Halloween special that we are releasing tomorrow afternoon.
Oh my goodness! Did you edit any of that?
What's that?
Did you edit any of last Sunday's?
No.
No. Okay.
Everything that we did, that whole 2.5 hours, is there.
Oh my gosh! Really?
The only production work that I did to it was add stuff at the beginning and add stuff at the end, and that is it.
Okay.
It took a while, but
yeah. Oh my God!
I do apologize now for content.
4 hours all together working on that. What's that, Crystal?
I do apologize now for content, Stephen. They wrangled me into it. Was not my fault. When that goes out on Pun tomorrow, I had no part in it.
No.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I know.
It definitely for those you're definitely going to want to watch the Halloween special tomorrow. It is hilarious.
It's so funny.
Yes.
It is so funny. I mean,
I'm
dreading my makeup.
And Mary would not be able to continue on because you two were laughing so hard. I really thought you two were done.
When I showed my face of my makeup and I must put that picture up beside it. I can't. I just can't. I just can't even say what I think of it, which is rare for me to be speechless. Mine was worse, and even taking it off, it was like pulling the hair off my face. But this, I don't know. Yeah, this one was Scott's was
Scott's one bad face paint.
Yeah,
his was more of an explosion of a peanut butter and jam.
We'll go with that, Jeremy. We'll go with that.
Yeah, like a cherry pie.
Yeah, we'll leave it like that.
We'll leave it nice to what he told us what he looked like.
Scott, where are you?
See what happens when you're not on, Scott.
You're not there to tell us to stop.
I can't even. I
have visions of it in my head now.
I haven't been able to stop seeing it all week.
Well, he changed his profile, and every time we're in a chat and he pops in and looks at the chat, it's his picture. And I'm like,
really?
Stop. I don't want to see it anymore.
He still has it up his profile picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Every time I see it, it says temporary profile picture. So I think he's only got it
at least 7 days. Yeah, for 7 days. Yeah. I think he only put it up yesterday.
He had Michael Myers as his profile.
Yeah.
So do you know what I think I'm going to do on Monday? Monday, the 2nd of November. Put my Christmas tree up. No.
Go for it. Go for it.
Me and Christmas lights are like I have scissors.
Oh.
Yeah, every year I buy new Christmas lights because I cut them off. It is a Christmas tradition that I cut these lights off because I cannot get them off. I throw them on and it's nice. And then when I go to take it down, it's work. And so I just kind of like, oh, frick this. Unplug them, snip, 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 snip. And I do my yearly Facebook picture, scissors and lights. But last year, I really, really do.
Do you get a real tree or a fake tree?
Last year, I got a real tree. And two of these, and I got it in November, and two of these huge, the biggest wasps I've ever seen came out of it. And so I put a candle thing over them so I could release them. And they released themselves by the next morning because I forgot there was a hole through it that they couldn't get through, but the wasps, and they could get through. So I have no idea where they were in my house. So I eventually got them. But they were the biggest ones I've seen. I think there could have been a nest in the tree at one point, but thankfully not there and then. But I think I'm going to take the tree down from the attic and cat test it, because I have 2 new cats. So cat test it to see how long it will last, because the real tree was like the litter tray for the cats. It was not great. It was nice to have it, and by the time I put it up at the end of November, by Christmas time, by 25th of December, it was all kind of like falling down because of the fire I light. So I'm just going to do artificial as usual, pray for the lights, and throw them up, and have it up maybe by 2 weeks, just because.
You can get pre-lit trees, right?
I know, I'm looking for them. I'm looking for pre-lit trees that I don't have to do anything with lights. Just, they drive me crazy. I love them, but I'm looking for pre-lit trees. Don't care how much it is. I will just get them, plug it in, put it up, and I'm done. Because it would take me hours and hours and hours and hours to do the whole thing up. And then I get into my Grinch pajamas, and then put on the Grinch movie and do it. But this week, I think not this week. In the next 2 weeks, I think I'll just put the tree up. It's going to be a long Christmas.
Some people here in the States leave trees up all year long, and they just decorate them for different holidays.
Yay!
They do Valentine's Day, they do Easter, and they just leave it up all year long.
I would do that. Yeah, I would love to do that. I think the longest I kept my Christmas tree up was until March, because I couldn't be bothered to take it down, and I left it up until March. And I lived like in the country, kind of like out the road of where I live now, basically out of town, but in town, but like on the country road. And no one could see my house or anything like that. So I kept the tree up, and I took it down in March eventually. But the decorations I took down last year, I still sitting on my children's bedroom floor. So everything is good to go. I never got around to put them into the attic at all. So that should have all been silly girl. So I never got them up in the attic. So all I need to get is the tree down.
Nice.
And I'm good. And then I'm going to put all the lights in my children's bedroom window to drive everyone crazy.
I've actually got, let's see, I think altogether I have 5 pre-lit trees.
Do you?
But they're all in varying sizes.
Would you put them all up?
Well, I will probably in the next week.
Really? So I'm not the only one?
No, well, actually, for me, what I do is I do the same thing every year. For Halloween, I start working on my decorations September 1st, and I keep working on it until October 1st, and October 1st, lights on. Then for Christmas, November 1st, I start taking all the Halloween stuff down and then start working on the Christmas stuff, and then on Thanksgiving Day, lights on.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We always put things up the day after Thanksgiving. That's our day. That's what we do. I have Tim go in the attic, get all the stuff down. The kids are all here, and we spend the day putting up the Christmas decorations. But they come down normally January 2nd.
Yeah, I know many people would say, was it the 12 days after Christmas, you take your tree down? And I normally used to stick to it, because the longer I leave my tree up, then, I like my tree up. But last year, no. Oh, no. It was a real Christmas tree that I got. I could not wait to get it down. Oh my gosh. I cut all the branches off it. I really did. And I had to like take all these lights, and instead of untwining it around the tree the way I did when I put it up, I just kind of like, here I am shaking the tree, hoping the lights would come up, but they're all entwined. I kid you not. And then there was one, the big trunk in the middle, the lights I could take off, but there was one, it was like a maze. I could get it off, but I couldn't get it off. It was kind of like, look at me, bet you can't take me off. Yes, I can. I've got scissors. Snip, 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 snip. And then I had to kind of, I am atrocious when it comes to Christmas lights and trees. I love putting it up. I can do it great. But I'm desperate at taking them down. They drive me freaking crazy. I think I'm going to leave it up the whole year through. I'm going to take a leaf out of your friend's book and leave it up the whole year round.
There you go. Just decorate it for different holidays.
Sasha, what's wrong with you? You're crying behind me, girl. I'm going to leave it up, maybe. The cats will have it down in about 4 weeks. But that's okay. That's okay. And when I got the real tree last year, I put it up early because we have a toy show here in Ireland, and it's tradition. You have your tree up, you have your fire lit, you have your food, your snacks, you have your toy show box and so on. And so I had my tree up by then. By the first week in December, the tree began to look like it was beginning to die because I have my fire lit and whatnot. So everything that was like sticking out was now kind of like looking downwards, but I still made it jolly. But that was it. And I did leave the recorder out one time for that when I had the Christmas tree up. And I got nothing. I think the house is going quiet. And I don't know why it's going quiet.
Maybe after you said don't mess with me.
But things did happen after that. Things did happen after that. Little things, not minor. Not big, not major. Minor things. Like a little touch. You know, if I'm in my bedroom and I have the light off and I have my door open, I would see something black go across the door. So, like a shadow thing, and I'm thinking it's upstairs now. Like I know my daughter's seen it before, but now I'm thinking to myself, it's now upstairs. So, you know, any room, but my room. Come into my, and I'm not saying come into my room. Now, don't be listening to me when I say come into my room. Don't be listening. But like not my children's room, not that room.
We got a question for you here, Jenny.
Okay. Yes, that's true. And maybe trying about 20 times. Yeah, that's so freaking true. Alan is yeah, because I knew he'd ask that question. Thanks, Alan. Alan is he used to work in Millmount, and he's the chairperson of Millmount.
Okay.
In Drogheda. So that's Alan, and I have like OCD. I change everything. I even changed my room around tonight before we came on. I changed everything around. So yeah,
it's a different angle from what I'm used to.
I know, and I'm
so used to seeing your bedroom door behind you.
I know, I do it all the time. I'm changing all, and I was saying to the girls, "Give me a hand," and they were like, oh, "Why?" I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Help me. So my Christmas tree would be in about 2 or 3 places in the sitting room before actual Christmas Day comes on. Yeah, I do. Yes, Alan, it will be changed. But I didn't change it last year. I left it where it was. Maybe I moved 2 or 3 inches up, but I didn't move it from the location. I kind of kept it where it is. Yeah, I do move my stuff. Thank you, Alan, for that question. Yes, it will be done. I will most likely have pictures to prove it.
Hello, Stephen. So do you have any advice for me going through all these EVPs over the next couple days?
How long have you been doing EVPs?
Not very long.
Okay. Do you have pen and paper when you're doing it?
Yep.
Yeah. So what I normally do is when I do EVPs, I put down the date, the location, and what room we're in. It took me a long time to learn when people are walking or talking or shuffle their coats, whatever. I always tell them, or if you have the recorder yourself or they're doing something by themselves, always say tag it. Tag such and such came into the room. If a recorder's in the room by itself.
I'm going to go refill this.
Okay. If such and such is coming in, hi Stephen. If somebody's coming into the room with a recorder by itself, tag saying such and such is walking into a room. So what I do when I'm listening to audio at home, I get myself set up. I have everything I need. I make sure I'm finished all my work, whatever I have to do, pen and paper. If something I can't make out properly, but I know there's something there, but it's too faint to clear up, I will put down the number, the room, and I will say go redo. So I'll put down the number of where, say it was like 1 hour, 21 minutes, 52 seconds. I'll write that down and I'll put down unknown, go back again. So I'm not going over that for about an hour and not knowing what it is and I clearing it up. So then when I'm finished the whole recorder, I'll go back into all of the unknowns and go through them. If I can't clear them up, it's just, you don't have to put it on the page. Just like, we got something there, but I can't make it out. So that's one of them. It's just to mark down everything. The ones you can hear, they go up. The ones you can't make out, just note down the times on the audio program and go back to them. What else do I do? What I do as well, always the same, my usual pen and paper. Write down again, location. Basha. Write down the location, the room, and whatever EVP you get, write it down. If you're going to, do you use Audacity?
Yes.
Program. So what I do then with that, I because sometimes when I do that and I have different work going up, I'll put in, say, Duckett's Grove, EVP1, yada, yada, yada. And so I'm still with the same recorder. And then I do EVP2, Duckett's Grove, and so on. And that drives me crazy because I can't find it. So I'll put down what I'm going to go through the whole list of. Duckett's Grove, September, EVP1. Duckett's Grove, September, EVP2. Because I used to give the one recorder different names. And if I'm looking for something, I can't find them. So be consistent of how you're going to save them. Keep to the same line at the beginning. So if you have, say, 15 EVPs from one recorder and you know the location, and because I write down saying, okay, Jenny, we're going to write Duckett's Grove, September, this date. And I go with that all the time. So that's something I would do. Be consistent when you're saving them, because otherwise it's going to be muddled up. I learned that the hard way. They were the two most for me. The rest is just listen. Listen, repeat, loop it, just the ones you don't know, write down the time and just put beside it replay or redo, and then be consistent when you're naming your file. All the same ones going down when you're looking for EVP 15, say EVP Waverley Sanatorium, that everything is the same. EVP 1, EVP 2, EVP 3, EVP 4, but the beginning of it is all the same, because then you're going to find them in your files. So they're the two most important ones for me. That's it. Everything else is just listen to it.
You normally have other people. Do you try and bounce it off of another person? Like, hey, I heard something here. Can you see if you hear?
Always. Yeah. I need more ears. Definitely. I'd send them on to friends of mine to listen through, and I could be sitting there and I know I have something, but I need more ears to hear. I have to, because everything is not, they could hear something different from me, vice versa. I know friends will do it with me too, to, can I hear this? Can I hear that? It's more ears are better than two, basically. And I like to get opinions and advice on it. Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes when I'm listening, I'll go through and then I hear something and I'll have Tim listen to it as well. Or when because he helped go through them, And if he's going through it and he hears something, we just kind of switch back and forth between the two of us.
Yeah. So fresh ears. It's great to listen to it with fresh ears. Even my 16-year-old, I get her to listen to something that I don't tell her what I hear, to see if she can tell me what she hears. And, she will get it that she sometimes she can make it easy, sometimes she can't, but that's okay, but as long as she hears something. So yeah.
I did something similar to that. We helped Jeremy last Sunday with the case that he's been working, and it was a picture that the lady took, and we wanted different takes on it. So I showed it to the kids and I said, "What do you see?" And just left it at that. And they told us what they thought they saw.
And did they get something? Did they see?
In a couple of the photos, yes. And I think one of the kids was like, "I just don't get it." But
okay. But that's okay.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to persuade them. I just said, "Here's the picture. You tell me what you see." I didn't tell them anything behind that.
Okay. That's yeah. I do with the kids as well. I get them involved in it. Especially Jessica being 16, I get her involved in it. She likes coming over to Millmount with me at times. But like I said before, her being a little bit more vulnerable, I'd be like Mama Bear. But I don't mind taking her with me if I have to. Like, I know she wants to come on investigation with us a few times. The last time she wanted to come with us was a few weeks ago, when it was one of the most active nights we've ever had in Millmount. Now, we've had many active nights, but this one night in particular was just non-stop. Like, it was non-stop. Even Alan, I never seen him being afraid before. And it always happens to, like, myself and Alan, because we know the place so well. When we're investigating there on our own, it seems to heighten up even more all the time. You would have the female saying, "Here she comes," me coming into the room, into the building. That was the night that Jessica wanted to come with us. Now, we were so busy of that night. It wasn't like you sit around, you ask questions. It was like bam, 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 bam. It just kept going. It kept going. Movement, REM pods going off. And REM pods would be, yes, we use them. I got a few things from them, but I put it down to batteries and so on. The batteries are fresh and so on and so on. This one night, it was just, I have it on live video on the page. I'm so glad she wasn't with us that night, because it was very, I think, stronger that night. All of them were very strong that night. We don't hear many females often, because we've been doing the place about 4 or 5 years. We got females that night. We got a child as well, and Alan saw the figure of a child in the downstairs kitchen, which would be the basement. We call it the kitchen. So so it was very heightened up that night, which I'm glad as Jessica didn't come with us that night. Where's she gone to?
She's disappeared. I don't know where she went. I'm sure she'll be back. Oh, she just texted me. She's run right now, so I guess she's having some internet issues.
Okay.
Yeah, so she'll be back.
She'll come back.
Yeah. There have been some cases where we've had people bring their children onto cases, and a few times it seemed like that whatever entity is there would attack the parent in a way, so that they could try to get them out of the way and go after the children.
This has happened.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
For example, this was about 2 months ago, I think it was. One lady, she brought her daughter with her. Her daughter's, I want to say she's 16, but I don't remember. But she's young, and her daughter kept feeling really weird.
Okay.
And towards I would say we had maybe 2 hours left before we were going to be done for the night, and they were upstairs. And the mother felt like something was trying to push her over the railing.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there's Crystal.
Yeah, it buffered and kicked me out. I don't know what happened. So sorry, guys.
You're grand.
So it was like something was trying to push her over the railing as an attempt to get her out of the way to get to her daughter.
That's...
Yeah. Needless to say, they ended up leaving almost right away.
Oh, yeah. Was this on a night of an investigation?
Yeah, because she was spooked out by it, but she was more concerned about her daughter.
Oh, yeah. Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you find them like being teenagers? Obviously, they're more susceptible of being open to spirits, to investigations.
Yeah.
I would. That's why I'd be afraid to take Jessica with me, and especially that night that we did. It would have been I think it was so bloody strong that it would have, in some shape or form, have done, affected Jessica. And sometimes in my mind, I should have brought her as bait. If I had have known how strong the place is going to be, I probably would have taken her aside, Jessica. Taken her as bait.
I'm always a big supporter of bringing your children with you on a case, because start out young, they turn out to be better investigators than what we are. But sometimes, depending on the location, if you know it well, sometimes you do have to understand when's a good time to bring them, when's a good time not to bring them.
Yes. Yeah, I think even when I was going to take Jessica that night with me, that Alan was over in the building at the time, and he said, Jenny, it's non-stop since I've gotten here. It's non-stop. So that's when I could, because I needed to put my time into what was going on rather than to make sure that Jay was okay. I had to put my time into what was going on, and not kind of like, are you okay? You okay? I have to kind of like run towards it and not away from it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm glad I didn't take it that night. Like, do I want her to experience it? Yes. Has she? Yes. When she heard a female, but that night was too much.
Has your youngest expressed interest in getting into the field?
No. No. She, Elsa would, she would know what we do and how we do it, and she watches the TV shows, the TV shows with me and so on, but I'd kind of watch the ones that are like raw and not pre-done and so on. She's not as interested as Jessica is. Yeah. Jessica loves it more. I think Elsa, does her thing, but Jessica loves it more. Both of them, Jessica more vulnerable because of her age. She's 16. Wee bit of a disability and so on. I think she'd be more vulnerable. And I'd have to look after her more. Every time that happens, I'm just going to smile. It's not me. So, Elsa, what's the youngest that you would take with you on an investigation?
The youngest that I've had was 12, but he was already experienced somewhat at the time. Okay,
so yeah.
I think it depends on the child, on their maturity too.
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen young children on investigations, and they were great. They were calling out, and I've seen some of the comments was, some people giving out, and each to their own. You kind of throw them in there. It's around us anyway, so just make them more aware of it,
Oh,
and
yeah,
and handle it more.
well,
If
a
they
couple of
do,
weeks ago, on Robert's podcast, he had a young girl on the show. I want to say she was 9.
okay. Wow.
She was younger.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
and she was quiet for the most part on the show. It's almost like pulling teeth trying to get her to answer. But she had been on a number of their cases over the past year, and they have said that she had been doing really well.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think because they're very aware. You know, we know, and then as we get older, we close ourselves off sometimes, and then we have to reopen ourselves. With kids, it's just open regardless, because they have no idea what we're doing half the time. We don't know what we're doing half the time, but it will just come to them. I know when I started off doing investigations and the guy's team that I had joined, he was doing about a year or two before me. And so I threw myself into it. I'm hearing a lot of stuff. I'm feeling a lot of stuff. When I say feeling, it's not like, I feel there's somebody in the room with us. It's kind of like I've been touched or something like that. And so when I said it, and so I've been on the team for about 6 or 7 years. And when I said it before, it's kind of like, some people don't like when you first join a team and you immediately get experience and you get things happening and you hear things and hear EVPs and so on. I did have to state to the person to say that you don't have to do this 10 or 15 years to be an expert. Yes, it takes years to learn, but someone can go into it for about 6 months and be like better, not better when I say better, but on par with the person that's probably doing it about 10 years. It's because some are open to it. Well, and I say open it, but some are just more soakage. Everyone has different things going on. That's soakage that they do it. So it's not if you're doing it 10 years.
Understand it better and quicker.
Yes, some can do it. And I think that I was always slapped on the wrist for knowing. I know I was probably slapped on the wrist for saying, I see this, I heard that, and so on. It's kind of like, no, Jenny, you didn't. And I'm like, yeah, well, I kind of did. I would bet my place on the team that I did. And it was kind of like, it was never, when I heard an EVP, and I bet my place on the team to say, I heard this. If I'm wrong, let me go. But I'm so sure I heard this on EVP. And it never came back to me because they didn't want to deal with it or listen to it. And I'm like, okay, they just said I'm going to kill you, but that's okay. I'm trying to warn you that they're going to kill you. So, don't mind me. We'll see.
I've got a question here for you. It's actually from Tim.
Oh, okay, Tim.
Yeah. He has asked if you've ever experienced anything that involves elementals or fairies.
Fairies, a few people that I know, but in the spirit world, no. Yes, I have. So no, Tim, no fairies apart from a few that I shall not name. Elementals, no. I know I've been to Lep Castle, where there is an elemental in Lep Castle. I've been into the room called the gallery room, which is the 2nd floor, and there is a male in there that seems to, I think he likes the women too much. And in the bedroom, it's in the bloody chapel where the elemental is. I have been up there and I should remember what it's called, but I forget what it's called.
What about leprechauns?
The what?
What about leprechauns?
The wee leprechauns.
We're not talking about Scott. Leave him out of it.
That's what I spoke to Scott tonight, and he was saying we're definitely going to do this again when he comes on. And I said, he said we'll dress up, and I said, yeah, you can be a leprechaun. I got blasted out of it from him.
But that's not him dressing up.
I know. He was like, oh my God, okay, fine. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah, Jenny, I'll do it. I'm like, see, I knew you would. So the Jubilette or Goobliette, or I forget, I know the people who I know it's going to kill me for saying the wrong word. But in the second room, in the gallery room in the Left Castle, down in County Offaly, I walked around the room and somebody like, had my neck was kind of like, I was wearing this t-shirt, but the collar was down. So my neck was open, and then I felt like as if a finger went down my neck, just one finger going down my neck. And so I'm checking for spiders, and I don't mind spiders. So I'm checking for this and I'm checking for that. Nothing, but I when you do that involuntary yelp and jump, yes, I did it. And then when you're Jenny and you're from Ireland, you have a few bleep, 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 bleeps out of the video and the recorders, as you do from Jennifer, as you know. And I'm being so good tonight.
You
I'm
have.
being so good. I have, haven't I? Jeremy's given me the
PG.
Yeah, you see? You're welcome. Wait till we hang up. Oh my God. So any elementals? No. Fairies, the ones, mythicals? No. Human ones? Yes, a few. So that's it. That's the answer. But we'll go back to Lep Castle. We were supposed to go back to Lep Castle twice in October, but we had to cancel because of the travel restrictions. But we are 100% going back in the early new year. We are definitely going back in the early new year. So I'm going to work on it. I'm going to stay on the bed on the second floor in the gallery room and stay in the bed by myself and see, because that's where the elemental is as well, to see if anything happens.
Best of luck.
I'm going to go live the signal down there is really, really bad. It's really bad. You'd have to do a pre-recording because the signal is just, you don't get it. So it has to be.
Place?
Huh?
How big is that place?
It's not that big. I mean, it's wide, but there's rooms beside it. I have pictures. I'll send them on to you. But the castle alone is like 3 floors. It's beautiful when the fire's lit. It's fabulous downstairs, and you have these beautiful stone staircases going around, very narrow at some point. EVPs from there was great. I got some really good EVPs from there that are intelligent EVPs that I would 100% is going back into that same room, which I don't think many people have gone into it, but it's like a side room from the stone stairways going upstairs, and it's a side room, and it's like where the water cistern tank is. So myself and a team member stood in there, and we were calling out. We had a COTUS box with us. So when I went, we heard the white noise of the COTUS box. So when we got home the next day and so on, and I got into audio work, I heard 2 different EVPs from the COTUS box that we didn't hear at that moment in time, which I'm surprised, normally would. But I always say when you're using a spirit box or a COTUS box or anything like that, always have a recorder going, because what you don't pick up with your own ears, your recorder might pick up. So that's a biggie for me. But the 2 EVPs was Amanda was doing. We were working out, like, we're going to save this money to get this piece of equipment. So Amanda's talking out loud, doing the math. So she goes 6 by 6 or 3 by something, whatever, and then you hear something, but we didn't hear there and then was the answer, which was 3. And so Amanda goes 3, but you'll hear somebody going 3 instead of singing the answer. So when I put it up on the page, I loop it. And another one was in the same area. Myself and Amanda were talking. I'm holding the COTUS box, and I heard a male when I was doing the audio. A male, I can hear it, and I did play for 2 or 3 other people, and they were like, "Nope, I'm not getting it." Am I going crazy? Is it just me that I can hear it? But a male is saying, "I know you," and that's what I'm thinking. Is that man that's with me? That he knows me. So that's when I was kind of like, again, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, listen to this, wake up. And I'm hoping the bing of the messages will wake them up. They're probably just going to phone, Jennifer again, and turn over back to sleep. Most likely they bloody do that. But there's a man, and you can hear the white noise in the background, but you can make him out. And it's not that hard to make out, but you can hear him saying, "I know you." And it's kind of, it is intelligent, and he's referring to me or Amanda. Amanda's not on the team anymore, but it was like one of us. So yep. So Lep Castle is a great place for and upstairs in the bloody chapel. We have a few from there. We have a few, but I found the one in that room, that side off room. Then anyone that is going to watch it now, I'm going to go into my room, and I'll go fast now, which I shouldn't give the bloody the room away. That they're all going to go in and use it now. But yeah, we're definitely back there in early New Year for sure. A few classes to do in the 2021 because we need to get out. We need to get out.
I think we all do.
Yeah. Huh?
Hellfire Caves. Have you been there?
The Hellfire Club. The Hellfire Club.
Yeah, the club and the caves.
Yeah, Hellfire Club in Dublin.
Yeah.
I haven't been. Do you know what? It's only about 55 minutes away from me, and I have never been.
Really?
I've never been. I know friends of mine from the north are going down to it. They were going to go down in November, but they're going to wait until December. I will be going this year for sure. But because we have a 5K radius that we can't pass because of travel restrictions, we cannot leave 5K because there are guards, police on the motorways that will stop you and ask you where you're going and what's your reason for traveling. So we can't go just yet. But come say we cannot, that restriction is not lifted up until the 2nd of, I think the 1st or 2nd of December. So we can't leave 5K until that is over. And then we're going to take a nip up to Hellfire. I know another team up the north, Gary is going to go himself with his team, and then I'm going to get my group and go as well. We'll do different nights, but we will be going to Hellfire. It's a trek up to it. I've been told it's a big trek up to it, like climbing a mountain, but I don't mind. I don't mind that. It's going to be in December, so it's going to be winter and it's going to be cold. So, but the view from the top of it, I heard, was spectacular. That is absolutely an amazing view. I know Tracy Simpson from Canada. She has been many, many, many times. Every time she comes over to Ireland, she always goes by herself. And the walk up is fine. The view of the whole of Dublin is amazing. So I'm looking forward to even seeing that for the pictures as well. I didn't realize Hellfire was so big as much as it is on the inside when I seen pictures of it. But yeah, I'll make my way to it this year. For sure. I'll definitely make my way to it this year. In December. Next year for other locations.
I want to see the pictures when you're up there.
Absolutely. If the signal is good, I'll do a live with you.
Awesome.
That'd be
good. I'll do a private call with you and put you onto it and show you, because you see all of the lights of Dublin, and I think Wicklow as well. So I've seen people's pictures of it, and it's just, and the place is, it's a place you need to go to. I haven't been. I know there was teams in America that went over to it, and I watched the video footage after they were done, and I kind of laughed at somebody who had scratched somebody, and you know, the devil had scratched one of the guys, and so on and so on. And I'm here, I was in my living room watching it. I was like, they were 55 minutes away from me, and they didn't tell anybody. And I don't even know if I can say who it was. Can I say who? Huh?
Yeah.
It was Post Adventure Sack Bagans. And I was just, I know. I was young then. I've learned now. I was young then. I have grown up. I'm a big girl and paranormal investigator now. I have learned. But I was kind of like, no, he was there. And so, yeah, I think Aaron got scratched and he heard the devil, you know, the devil call his name or something like that. So I'm going to go find out what is going on.
Go find that devil. Find out why it was scratching him.
I'm going to go and find out. I'm going to say, do you remember these people's names? And so on. But I know there's another team, like I said, that's gone up. So I will go before or after them because they were going to go up in November. But it depends on when we can travel. But I'm definitely going to go up for sure. I don't mind the track. I need the exercise.
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of a hike myself, if that's what it takes. A place like that I've always wanted to go to, even more so than Lep Castle.
Yeah.
I know I've listened to a few EVPs from Hellfire, and this is imagine behind me still occurring. But I want to go. I know, you see, Jenny and her farm. I want to go and be petrified. I want to be scared going through audio. I want to be scared to do audio work because I'm always excited to do audio work. But this location, I want to be scared doing it. I want to be scared sitting in my room doing the audio work. And so maybe it's just the stories that's been said about the place. I don't know. We're going to find out. I know one of the girls said tonight, just tell the guards that you're going to have a game of poker with a few friends. Because that's what they were doing in Hellfire when they dropped the card and then somebody bent down to pick up the card and then they've seen Hoop's feet of the visitor, the guest that they allowed into the building, and they've seen Hoop's feet. And that's when they knew who they invited into it was a club, I know. Okay, big bum. Who they invited in. It was like the gentleman's club or something like that. So yeah, I will get into it this year with my torch and my boots. Sashi, no more baby hair. Anywhere else that I've been to? Redwood Castle, fantastic place in Tipperary. It was a great place. Been for the weekend, fantastic weekend. Audio so-so. It would have to be done again. It would have to be done again to get more from it. Gosh, so many places that I've been to. UK to Fort North in somewhere down from Birmingham where I went for the weekend. It was never used in war, so there was nothing from it. Like we went over for the weekend. I think we traveled for about 5 hours the next day. It was okay. But definitely we're going to get an use out of our insurance of next year. We need to get out. Need to get some locations done in.
Is there any place over here that you want to come?
Right now, there's a place over there I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
It was like some ruins. Okay, here it is. I think this is it. It's the Lisheen ruins.
Is that up the north of Ireland?
It's
What's it
in
called?
County. It's Lisheen. Ruins.
And that's a ruin. Whereabouts in Ireland is that?
County Offaly.
County Offaly.
Okay, so I said it right then. Yeah. Do you know anything about that one?
I've heard about it, but I don't know a lot about it. But I can look it up. But that's it. That's where Lep Castle is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it up here as well. Yeah, ghost hunters went there. There was no power there, obviously, so they had to use all handhelds. And I don't know what the official thing was, but by the end of the episode, they had allegedly caught something walking through the woods. Oh. And whatever it was, they caught it on thermal, and it was following their camera crew.
I've seen that, I think.
Yeah.
I did see that. I'm going to look it up because I have heard of it, but I've never been to it. Lep Castle, yes, in Offaly. But because of the whole lockdown this year, we had to cancel the big places. And just... You were
supposed to go to Lep Castle this month, weren't you?
October the 3rd. I was going in October the 3rd, and I cancelled until the 10th of October, just to give it a 2-week leeway that we could be safe and free to travel down. And then everything was locking up again. So I had to ring Sean, the owner of Lep Castle, and we just agreed to cancel it until next year because there was no point. A lot of teams, not every team, had to cancel the big locations in Ireland.
You were really looking forward to going to that one.
Yes, I was, because it was a night I was hosting, and I had everything ready and the rooms I wanted to go to. But I'm 100% will be booking it for what we in. So hopefully, say February or March, to get back into it and to get some work done with it, and then book the next, say, 10 months of locations, book them up. And, you know, it's kind of like being in quarantine for so long, we're booking up every location and seriously, and, you know, have the 10 months all booked up and get use of our insurance, because we didn't this year. Like, we pay for insurance every year and we didn't get it, you know, we were insured for nothing. We didn't get to use it for anything, which, I mean, it's great. We have to have it. Of course, we have to have it. But we didn't use it. I mean, bloody great investigations, great locations. But definitely renewing again in January, and then booking. There's going to be a lot of places with a lot of phone calls from a lot of teams in January or February to get back out there. We'll be fighting for places, fighting for tickets.
I'm sure everybody at this point has been feeling real antsy about getting into places.
I even on locations, and I will be honest with this, on locations we have done. We did a ship in Belfast called the HMS Caroline ship in Belfast, and it was a phenomenal place. It was amazing. Everywhere that we've been to, there's not a place I go to without taking someone to the bathroom with me. Never. Like, yes, I'm a team founder, I'm a team leader, but I ain't stupid. I've seen it, I felt it, I heard it enough. Why would you go by yourself? I don't get it. Maybe everyone's different, but I don't go by myself ever. Everybody knows this. Seen it, heard it, felt it. I'm not going to the bathroom on my own, and I do have everybody with me.
What is that, Jeremy?
What's that?
We don't see you.
What have you done?
I didn't do anything.
You are a white circle with a person in the middle of it.
Your browser has lost connection to your camera. Make sure you have the right.
It's a delay. Just one.
Oh, what's going on?
I don't know.
Oh my God, you're frightening me now. You click the camera button to try again. Okay. Restart your computer if this continues. What? Are you all messing about?
No.
Oh my God.
It is time to wrap anyways. It is 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it is 9 o'clock here. So we're actually at that time to wrap up the show.
The blue light of my camera has gone off.
I wouldn't stay with you though.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Well, folks, I think the PG is about to go out the window.
Yes. Oh my God. Bloop, 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 bloop. What the frick?
Okay, well.
That's crazy.
Well, it's a 13th dimension. Nothing ever goes right. It's paranormal. We got it covered. Technology, not so much.
Whoa. Why I work with dogs.
Well, at least this one is not on our end.
Very true.
Start camera.
But it's funny because every time you talk,
it kind of vibrates. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hello.
Okay, well, as it is, we'll go ahead and wrap up.
Do you want to go ahead and take her down, Jenny? We'll be back with you in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to try and sort this out. Oh, am I coming back? No.
For a split second, you showed back up. For like a split second.
I heard it coming back on.
Okay.
Am I there?
We're here.
My
You see your voice, but that's about it.
Back on.
So we'll go ahead and take you off stream.
Okay. Oh, no. I'm going to get, no. Okay.
Thank
Oh
you
my
so much for
goodness.
joining us tonight.
Oh my goodness.
It's been a real pleasure having you
Oh,
on
it's
today.
been fun. Thank you so much, guys, for having me on. Even though you
Oh.
can't see me, but I'm here. I'm the little dot in the middle.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and take you off the stream here.
Okay, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Well, that was interesting.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. And I even have a little video to end the show with as well. So
Oh, you have a video for us tonight.
yeah, I made up 2 videos specifically for this episode, you know, just kind of like try it out. Jenny's our guinea pig for this one.
She's a good guinea pig.
Yeah, and wow, I have no idea what happened. How she lost her. I don't know what happened there.
She might have made her friend mad.
It's
she
a
kept talking about
possibility.
him all night.
Yeah, so this is what happens, everybody. If you have an attachment in your house and you make it mad, it's going to do stuff to you.
It just cuts you out of live feeds.
Yeah, that may have been. I'm not saying it is, but that may have been the case for her. It decided to take off video. It didn't want her on anymore.
It said, "You've said enough. We're out of here."
Pretty much. So anyway, I want to wish everybody out there a happy Halloween. Thank you for participating in the chats, for liking us and sharing us. It's been a good episode.
It has been.
Yes. So any final words, Crystal?
Tomorrow we are launching our Halloween special. Be sure to check that out.
Yeah.
Everybody stay safe.
It will be on YouTube. It is set to premiere at 12:15 tomorrow afternoon Eastern time. And we will get that shared out onto all the pages on Facebook.
Yep, so everybody will be able to see it.
Yes. So, Crystal, thank you for joining us in Scott's absence.
Thank you for having me.
And Tim, if you are still out there somewhere, thank you for keeping an eye on the chat room. And,
To Tim?
yeah.
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, he's home?
Yes. We'll discuss it when we get off of here. But yes, he's here.
Okay, I see him. Yeah, I thought he was at work. Okay. Okay, so anyway, everybody out there, be safe tomorrow night and have a very happy Halloween. And remember, it's paranormal or beyond.
We've got it covered. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.